Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome to the 13th and final day of my Halloween video review series. That's right guys, it is officially October 31st, and why not celebrate with the king of Halloween scares if you ask me. We've got the Michael Myers figure from the Reaction figure line by Funko and Super 7. This figure was released in 2014 and is part of the horror series of figures from Reaction. And if you're not familiar with Reaction, it's a toy line that's specifically designed to look like figures that you might have seen released by Kenner in the early 1980s. So we've got a card backing there that's deco with Michael Myers, and we've got a simple blister bubble on the front there with the figure inside. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this packaging. Coming down the front of the box, the first thing you'll see on the upper left is that age restriction warning, but don't worry guys, you can still find this in toy stores because Florida moms have turned a blind eye to anything that murders. They're just concerned about the drug toys. Coming down the packaging, you do have that horror series logo. You've got the logo for Halloween. You then have a card backing there that shows Michael Myers from the film Halloween, as well as the figure's name, and a blister bubble off to the left that does house the figure inside and his accessory. And on the right hand side there, you do have the Reaction figure's logo. Flipping this package around now, you once again have that Reaction figure logo in the upper left, as well as the horror series logo. You then have all the figures that are available in this wave, and there's actually a lot of them, guys. And then you do have the slogan there, collect them all, and as we come down the packaging, you do have the Funko and Super 7 logo, and then all the legal stuff in the barcode. Alright guys, well that's the packaging. Let's say we get Michael out of the box and see what he's all about. Alright guys, here we have this Michael Myers figure up close, and what you're going to immediately notice is that the likeness of the Michael Myers face isn't quite like he looked in the movies, but that's intentional. A lot of toys in the 1980s weren't really strong likenesses, they just tried to crank these things out and make money on the licenses, and that's really what this toy line is trying to lampoon, so I think they've actually accomplished their mission here. You can tell it's Michael Myers, but you can also tell that it doesn't really look like him, so I think it's pretty good. But I do like that they went ahead and painted the eyes black, because Michael Myers of course has those really dark eye holes that you can never actually see who's inside the mask or if he's even staring at you, which makes him really creepy, and I like that that's there. They also did paint the hair on the back of the figure with some simple sculpt work there for the lines in the hair, and actually that's probably more detailed than we probably would have gotten in the 80s, so I like that. And as we come down the figure here, you're going to see that he does have his blue jumpsuit with some fabric lines sculpted in, and his pockets here, and the shirt's even painted black. He has only paint on his hand here on the arms, and only paint on this hand. He does have a knife accessory that does come out of the hand, and it just poses, it's designed to fit into that right hand of Michael Myers. As you come down the figure here, you're going to see that he does have that jumpsuit continued with a little bit more sculpt work here on the around the knees of the jumpsuit. And then he has his shoes painted black. Flipping the figure around, you're going to see just sort of the text for the figure on the back here, but otherwise that paint scheme and that sculpting work is basically repeated on the back. So, simple and yet retroactively nostalgic at the same time. Alright toy fans, get ready for the fastest articulation segment you've ever seen. Just like toys in the 1980s where this Michael Myers figure doesn't have a lot of rotation or articulation to him. His head does look left and right, it does not look up at all. He's got rotation here at the shoulder and rotation at the other shoulder. He has no waist or ab articulation, and then he's got simple hips here that move forward that far and back to standing position. Same thing for the other side, no knee articulation, no ankle articulation. 5 points guys. That's what we used to deal with in the 1980s, and they certainly reminded us of that with this figure. Height-wise, we can see despite the box claiming this figure's 3 3/4 inches, this Michael Myers figure is actually right around 4 inches tall. For some size comparison, here we have Michael Myers compared to the Power Rangers Super Mega Force Legacy Wave White Ranger figure from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And here's Michael Myers compared to the World of Nintendo Link figure. And finally, here we have Michael Myers compared to what's probably the most popular 3 3/4 inch line, Star Wars. Of course, we have Darth Vader. Alright toy fans, well that's my review of the Michael Myers figure from the movie Halloween as part of the Reaction figure toy line released in 2014 by Funko and Super 7. And overall, I think there's a lot to like about this figure and this toy line in general. There's something really nice about the simplicity of these figures, and it's really cool to see all the different licenses that Reaction's been covering this year. We've already had Back to the Future, Aliens, Firefly, of course we've got the horror series now. There's just so many different figures that you can get together and have a pretty sweet little faux retro 1980s toy line. But this Michael Myers figure is a lot of fun, and Halloween is my absolute favorite horror movie, so when I saw this figure I knew I had to pick it up, and I encourage you guys to do the same. These Reaction figures are only going for about $9.99, and they're pretty easy to come by, so you can get them pretty much anywhere and for a good price, so I definitely encourage you guys to pick them up. Well, thanks for watching this review guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to rate, share, and subscribe. Also, be sure to hit me up on Twitter at D21Beast. Finally, this is the final day of my 13 days of Halloween video review series. Make sure you guys are leaving comments in all of the videos, and if you do, you're entered in to win that free Marvel Legend or some Disney Infinity prizes. You guys have some time, okay? I'm gonna give it until about November 5th for everyone to finish putting in their comments, and then I'm gonna do an announcement video of who the winner was. So get typing, guys. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.